How have journalism conflict of interest rules changed? Have you ever wondered how the rules around conflict of interest in journalism have evolved over time? This topic is essential for understanding journalistic ethics and maintaining public trust. Conflict of interest refers to situations where a journalist's personal or financial interests might interfere with their professional duties. This can compromise their independence and credibility. In the past, conflict of interest rules were quite narrow. They mainly focused on direct financial ties or obvious personal relationships that could bias reporting. For instance, early codes often warned against accepting bribes or gifts from sources. Journalists were also advised to avoid direct financial investments related to news coverage. As the media landscape grew more complex, these rules expanded. They began to cover a wider range of scenarios, including indirect financial interests and family relationships. By the 1990s and early 2000s, major news organizations like the New York Times revised their ethics codes. They started to recognize the importance of both actual conflicts and the perception of conflicts. This shift acknowledged that public trust relies on the belief that journalists are impartial, not just on their actual impartiality. These updated codes included specific guidance on potential conflicts involving family members, such as spouses, and activities like appearing on television or writing books. The focus broadened to balance financial profitability with the core journalistic duties of honesty and accuracy. In recent years, conflict of interest policies have emphasized transparency and disclosure. Journalists are now expected to disclose any interests that could be seen as actual or potential conflicts to newsroom leaders as soon as they are assigned a story. News organizations often conduct regular reviews of potential conflict areas. They may require changes or explanations when conflicts arise, reflecting a proactive approach to managing conflicts. Modern ethical guidelines also recognize conflicts arising from ideological or political affiliations, not just financial ties. This understanding acknowledges that bias can take many forms. Maintaining credibility requires vigilance against all types of influence. Practical applications of these evolving rules include journalists avoiding stories where they have a personal or financial stake. Newsrooms now requiring disclosure of outside activities that could compromise impartiality. Ethical codes provide specific examples to help journalists identify and navigate conflicts. Organizations encourage open communication about ethical concerns and support staff in raising questions about potential conflicts. Balancing financial considerations with journalistic integrity is vital for protecting both the newsroom's reputation and its business interests. Overall, journalism conflict of interest rules have transformed from narrow prohibitions to comprehensive frameworks. These frameworks emphasize transparency, perception management, and ongoing ethical reflection. The goal is to uphold the foundational principles of independence, accuracy, and public trust in an increasingly complex media environment.